Yes, we're back. Well, disassembled the windows and the regulators and everything in the doors are bare now. So you got to collect all the parts. You must have all the power steering, power window parts, so you could try things, and they'll go in and out a few times, and then you're not stuck looking for things. So best to start the project with everything that you could possibly get. And these are the parts on the ground that I've refurbished. You'll see them on the ground in a minute. Here we go. Now they're the new ones that I've picked up from a guy called Henry in Florida. You could actually buy refurbished, well, you could buy brand new motors, replacement motors, which I did. Instead of refurbishing the motors, the old motors. And these are the two, the front and the rear mechanical regulators, and that will be replaced. That one will replacing that one, and the other two I've got still there. So I did find these are the ones that I found as well. They're the original motors, but they haven't been refurbished and greased up, and they're spares. I might try to do another car. I think one of them might be a two-door hardtop regulator. Yeah, so when I went to Florida and I saw Henry, he gave me a box of bits and pieces he had. The original wiring loom harness, which is very brittle. There's the main switch there, and we used that as a template and had all the old motors and pulled them down. But there's a lot of work to get them refurbished, you see. They're a lot of money too, but they're good for spares. And I found he gave me all these are the covers, that's for the 3 switches that go on the door, protected from the weather. And these are the small ones. Lucky I had some, he gave me original ones, and also the tubing for the front door. All the switches he gave me, but I pulled them down and it wasn't worth I cleaned them up, and I started getting copper plated to get them chrome, but there's a lot of pit marks, as you could see, and the cost of getting them chrome now, it's not worth it. And there's a lot of switches here. It could be spares, but they're not great, like they're okay. Chrome work is a little bit on, but so realistically, there's a clip that holds them all back. And he gave me all these parts which you could do it, and the other ones was most important was the regulators. That's the main part you can't find, because as you could see, you could buy everything brand new. You could buy I bought them brand new. It was cheaper to get and buy them from Dan Chuck and not get my old ones refurbished. It was cheaper to do that way. And like even the tubes, they make them brand new again. Even they say you could the nylon wheels that go on the regulator, if they're broken or damaged, you could buy them. So that was all handy. The wiring loom, yeah, it's all brand new. You could get that brand new too. I was going to make it all up. I had it all right, but it was cheap to buy that complete loom. So you just plug in. Those old rusty old cover boxes, I actually made them up out of galvanised. So you've got their covers that go behind the actual switch, behind these switches, so the water cable's in there and the water doesn't get down. You seal them up. That's for the 3. Then I got them powder coated. See, galvanised, never rust, powder coated, looks good. And I've got a few sets of them I got made up while I've got the jig out, and I had one only, the rear tube, very rare, very hard to find, where the front ones they make them new, because more for coupes, 2-door Chevys and 2-door pillarless and convertibles, where these are 4-door hardtops, can't buy them. And lucky Henry had one, so I copied it and we made another one. Where is it? There it is. Yeah, similar, done as best we can to the other side. So we copied it and made it the same. These are the clips that were hanging onto the cable, that normally hang on the cable where are on the old ones, and not bad shape, some of them. I retained some of them. Some, of course, you could see they're a bit chewed up. But no, you've got to have all these bits. And the beauty is that I found these motors, like I was saying, they were $60 US. $60 US replacement motors that go on any GM, well, definitely the 57, but apparently they go up to the 60s. But you can't go wrong with that than trying to refurbish these ones. They'll cost you a lot more, and you've got a brand new motor, you know. So that's what I got all geared up, ready to start my installation of the 4-door hardtop power window assembly. Okay, now the rear door on the 4-door hardtop, the original regulator was actually there, and there was the 4 screws, and the winder was here. But the power windows, a huge difference, as you saw that on the ground, the difference between them. And good thing about Chevrolet, you got little dimples here and here, so you're no longer using these 4. You got to drill out that one, and there's another, that one, right? Where is it? Oh, there it is there. No, it's not. It's here. There's one here, I could see, dimple. Another one there, and you got one here, which is further down, and another one. I think it's there it is there. So you got is that it there? No, where am I looking at? Wrong. It's that one, and it's way over here. So you got 2 there, those 2, and those 2 there. There's 6 holding, and the motor sits in here. So it's a lot different to the mechanical regulator. The power regulator is a lot bigger and a lot more beefier. As you can see, the difference between that, and we're talking about the rear one, with the new replacement motor and the old one. So that clip right on the end there, little stainless one, you probably could see it if I put my finger around. No. Yeah, that's the one that I've got to take off and put it on this one here, which will go on the end of it, right on that end. Yeah, so, and the front door just goes back to the same 4 points. The front door, yep, they just go back to the same holes, the existing holes. There's no difference. Oh, we'll start drilling the rear door holes. Hi guys, I realised that this part has to come out when you install the power regulator system because it's a lot more bigger and bulkier. the manual regulator, it was easy to slide the wheel out and just bring it up and through. You didn't have to take this part out, and you can put it back in the manual one with this part still in. But with this system, you must take, and it bolts like that in the inside, 2 screws and one there. Very hard, it was rusted up a bit, the screws to come out, but we got it out. And now we're going to attempt to drill the holes for the cable that comes in through the door, through the pillar, and I'll be showing you that quite soon. Okay, we'll have a look at where we're going to be drilling. Now the beauty again is on the pillar you could see quite distinguished those indents, you know, the markings that General Motors had put when they built the car. So that way, if it was an electric power window car, they just drill these holes. So these 2 holes are to be elongated, like around that way. 2 holes, and then so that it's slotted. And these are the mounting holes. That one, that one. So here's the rear tube that we've got here. Where is it now? I can't even see it here. Oh, there it is there. There it is there. That's the tube that's very rare to find. Normally it's still sitting on the car when they throw the car to the tip or the wrecking yard, you know? But it's hard to find them, and that will go in here like that eventually. Screwed in there. That hole there. I'll turn it the other way around because that'll be the other way around. I'll show you. That'll go like something like that. That's upside down at the moment, but it lines up. It does line up. So go there and there. So that'll turn in, and in the door there is another dimple just there, and that's where you've got to drill the hole for the cable to come in. See that little dimple there? It's very hard to see, but it's there, definitely there. And yeah, punch marks that they left back in the days, and that's where you got to drill to line up with the other one, which is straight opposite. And that's our rear door cable entry. We'll start drilling that soon. There you guys, I've marked it now. It's a bit more better to see where the hole is going to be drilled. As you can see, it's where the pen mark is. Now, I've noticed further up, top and bottom, there's a couple of dimples down there. See, down there, you can see a little marking there, and there's another one up the top here, dimple there. That's the one you got to drill because it lines up with the other one, but lines right across. Those ones, those 2 might have been a rubber dust cover or some sort as it slides in and out. Haven't got that one. We'll have to see what we're going to make for that. Hi guys. Well, there's the hole in the door and into the pillar. That hole in the door was a little bit awkward, but we could get into it from the inside as well. And that's the one in the pillar. Now the pillar one was a bit tricky because, you know, I had to die grind in there all around to make it oval. You keep slipping off and hitting the paintwork, which I wasn't pleased about. But we've now got the size of the cable, the hole for the size of the cable plugs. You see, this is what you got to get in. That's that's the back of the plug for the switch, and you got to have it big enough so it'll fit going in through the hole. obviously it's going to come through the other end. And then you've got another plug that's come through the hole, and it's this one here. That plugs into the motor. That's got to go in there, down the pillar. So that's why you have to make it big enough to fit. And so that's our challenge. I'll put the tube in soon to show you how it works. That's it. Put the tube in, screwed it in, and that's what it looks like. So when the door shuts, open and close, you can see it disappearing inside the door, the tube. So as you close the door, it disappears in there. So that's the idea. I'll show you inside what it looks like. Now that's inside the door. You can see the tube coming through. When the cable's in there, you can see how it, as I'm closing the door, see how it comes in. That's the idea of that tube bringing in the cable. Yep.